So today I want to go over the case study for Olympia Provisions, a client that we've been working with now for just coming up on a year and who we had a ton of success with. So Olympia Provisions, this case study is going to cover how we turned a 9-month decline in year-over-year e-commerce revenue into record-breaking months, and we're on track to blow 2023 out of the water. In fact, we already have. Today is August 1st of 2024, and we started working with Olympia Provisions back in September of 2023. So they came to us in around 2023. Their big struggle was Shopify had been declining year over year, and they were kind of struggling to turn it around. They knew that email and SMS would help, but they simply didn't have the capacity internally to do it consistently or figure out what needed to be done. When I talked to Michelle, she had somebody who was kind of part-time on their marketing team that was doing emails sometimes, would get out a couple, but it wasn't a main focus for them, and they didn't really have the capacity to do what they wanted to do or what they kind of felt that they needed to do, and they didn't want to go through the process of trying to hire someone to figure it out. So really they wanted a team who could come in, who knew what needed to be done, who could start executing and get results quickly. And that's really what they were looking for. Their team just couldn't sit down and plan everything, write them, design them, upload them, do reporting, figure out what was working, make changes, especially when it came to things like flows. They were very outdated, some were broken. And then when it came to campaigns, oftentimes they just weren't really sending them. They would get them out for a sale or a launch or just kind of here and there. It was pretty sporadic. There wasn't a lot of planning that they were able to put into it. And so that's really what they were looking for help with. So I'm just going to kind of jump into some of the numbers and walk through just to kind of lay the foundation of where they were before we started so we can get an idea of what we did to turn them around. So August is the month that we started talking. To give a overall view, this was I think I messed these up. Yep. Did I forget to bring in just August? It looks like I did. Let's see. I think I have it over here. Is this the right one? There it is. Okay. So this is just our August that we had. So we can see August 1 to 31, 2023 compared to the year before. So this is Shopify here. I've deleted all the fun stuff, which is all the numbers for obvious reasons. But we can see that in August of 2023, they were down 13% year over year. And we can see that in terms of, this is the Klaviyo metric reporting, the Klaviyo attributed conversions was down 68%, again, looking at August 2023 here. And then this is looking year over year. Let me just drag this down. Oh, I've got two of the same. I'll just delete that one. So this is looking at the year, because obviously we could be looking at just one snapshot. And so what we wanted to do is just pull back and look at the whole year, how the whole year was performing. So this is January 1st to August 31st, 2023. And again, we're looking at year over year, and we can see that inside of Shopify, they were down about 36% year over year. So August was not an isolated thing. They had been kind of dealing with this for a while and kind of trying to figure out what they could do to start to turn things around. And again, just looking inside of Klaviyo, we can see that Klaviyo attributed conversions was down almost 60%. So we can see that this was a big opportunity and an area for improvement. Now, I go through all of that again just to kind of lay the foundation and just talk through where they were and what they were experiencing. Now, the thing about Olympia Provisions is they were not necessarily in a bad place. They're a very strong brand. They've been around since 2009. So they've been around for a long time. They have loyal customers. They have an amazing product, and people really want it. It really came down to just missing these little things like the expertise to have somebody do it, the consistency, have people to execute on it, and just not really having the time to figure it all out. Just to show this is their brand here. Again, very, very strong brand. They've been around for a long time. In Portland, where they're from, they have a really strong presence. So again, just to kind of lay some context. So then this is where we came in. So this is September 1. So this is September 1 through 30th of 2023. So month 1. So this is after we came in and started to fix their flows and sending some campaigns. If I remember right, it's been a while, about a year. I think we only sent maybe 2 or 3 campaigns in September. We were focusing mainly on fixing flows. But we can see that already had an immediate impact. Again, this is looking at Shopify 2023. So 1 month after we came in, and we're seeing a 27% increase in total revenue from Shopify. Now jumping into Klaviyo. Of course, Klaviyo is always going to over attribute itself, which is why I'm always so pulling in Shopify here. We can see that the year over year conversions attributed to Klaviyo is up 150%. And then jumping in, we can even see that even though we weren't sending that many campaigns, they were doing really well, and the flows were starting to drive more revenue. This is a lower percentage, but it's a lower percentage of a much higher number. So now we can see that these are starting to work how we want. So this is 1 month in. Next, this is after 2 months. So this is September 1 to October 31st. So we've now been working September and October together, and we can see that we're up 22% year over year in total sales. And then we can see that inside of Klaviyo, our attributed conversions is up 127%. Again, we can see those flows are now starting to kick in a little bit more. And so we can see that this is already turning around, and we are on track. Again, we've gone from being down 36% from January to August 31st to now we are up 22% in September and October. So things are going really, really well. Michelle, the founder of OP, actually sent us this email, and she started receiving messages like this. This is somebody that responded to who sent her an email specifically to reach out and say, just a note, the OP, Olympia Provisions emails have been spot on lately. The product photography has made the food look tasty. The frequency is just enough, but not too much. The product specific for the holidays is what I want to serve to my family. Keep winning. And Michelle sent this over to us and said, great work. He owns a design firm in Portland and can be pretty critical. So people are so impressed with what's happening that they are actually taking time out of their day to email her specifically and tell her how great the emails look. So this was December 1st, 2023. So again, just to show that things are really starting to turn around, both in terms of revenue, in terms of the quality of what is getting put out, and everyone is really, really happy. Michelle, after this, has also told us when I was on a call with her that we had made her look like the hero. Basically, all of these numbers that were going down were now turning around. And so she was really happy, and everyone, Olympia Provisions is a rather large company. And so they have, their meetings. And so in these, she was now able to kind of look like this hero. Rightfully so, she was working closely with us to make these things happen. And so now I want to fast forward to today, which is August 1st, 2024. This is our last full month together. So July of 2024. So last month, and then we're looking at a year-over-year comparison, July 1st through July 31st, 2023. So this is Shopify here again, and you can see that we are, once again, up 25% year-over-year. So July 1 to 31 of 2024. So once again, things are going really, really well. Olympia Provisions is super happy with what we've been doing. Obviously, we've been working together for almost a year now, and these results have not slowed down. This has not been a fluke by any means. So again, just jumping into Klaviyo here, we can see that total revenue is up 25%. So that's the same number here. Klaviyo attributed revenue is up 311% with over 50%, 55.3 coming from Klaviyo. Of course, Klaviyo likes to over-attribute itself, but you can see that this is making a huge difference. You can also see now that we have worked a lot on these flows. They are contributing a significant amount of revenue. We've also introduced SMS. It's still a much smaller portion. The list is vastly email, but it is working. And so then if we look back at the entire year of 2024, this is what I wanted to showcase. So this is January 1 to July 31st, 2024, compared to year over year. So total sales were up 31%. We can see that every single month this year, we have beat last year's numbers. So this checkered line here is going to be 2023, and this solid one is going to be 2024. So we are once again beating it every single month. Now, you could be saying, Andrew, you're taking credit for other things that are going on. The thing is almost nothing else has changed with what Olympia Provisions has been doing, except what we have been doing and what we have come in. So again, if we look in here inside of Klaviyo, we can see that, again, it may over-attribute itself, but we can see that this is what is driving the vast majority of this change in total sales. It's going to be this change in Klaviyo attributed conversions. So this has been an amazing success with them. This summarizes it here from facing a 36% year-over-year decline in 2023 versus 2022 to now looking at a 31% increase in year-over-year revenue for 2024 versus 2023. So I think that this really illustrates the power of what we do and what we can do when we come in and bring, our expertise, our planning, and help get this off of people's plates, and bring in the skills that we have and completely turn around a business. So I appreciate your time. I know this was a long video, but hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight into what we do and what we can do. All right.